you go.
Push the red button?
I did.
Okay, you did. Alright, so me and Teresa are here. She's not on film, but I'm going to tell a little story. Am I in focus there?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell a little story. I'm gonna tell it to Teresa because she's never heard this story. There's a lot of stories that I have that she's never heard, and I figured I should probably share it with everybody, including her. And it's always best done on the first take. Now this may take a while because I've had a little wine. I don't drink much, but we're getting healthier, and a glass of wine after a meal is supposed to be healthy.
3 ounces.
The only problem is I've drank like 6. But anyway, okay, so this, Mom, if you've made it to this point, you need to turn the computer off now, because it's just the way it is. Anything further than this, you can't say a word to me because it's ancient history. But when I was a kid, a young man, I have to say about, I'd say 13 or 14 years old, I used to go see a friend of mine. We'll just call him Danny, because that's his name. Danny and I used to go camping in the woods, and we built forts and stuff like that. And, it was a summer. I think it was a summer before his freshman year, so that would have put me in about 7th grade. 7th grade. I had to be like 13, 14 years old. Anyway, so we had done this camping thing for pretty much a couple of years. We weren't afraid of anything. We had knives and sticks and fire, so we were pretty protected from anything like bears and coyotes, and there was no bears in our area. So anyways, the first night that this happened, I might as well say, Danny gets this brilliant idea that we're going to drink. We're going to drink alcohol. Now, his father was a little bit of an alcoholic, and every Thursday they would have a poker game, and all their buddies would come over, and they would play poker till 1, 2 in the morning, and we were out in the woods, It was a nice poker game. We used to look through the windows, and we saw some things that we really probably shouldn't have been seeing, but we saw them, and it was kind of funny. But anyways, before the poker game, Danny had this brilliant idea that he was going to get alcohol for us to drink, and we were going to drink till we were stupid, and then go to sleep and wake up the next morning and function. Well, the function part didn't happen. But, so he was smart enough to know from personal experience that if you took a bottle of anything, it would get noticed. And it would be gone. So what he did was, and I was there, yes, Mom, I know you're still watching. What he did was he got a mason jar, a 1-quart mason jar, and he took a little bit from everything, and he called it the concoction. So this concoction was so harsh. You couldn't hardly drink it. It was terrible. But we drank it. And being 13 or 14 years old, you got drunk really quick on very little. So we were drinking and doing stupid stuff, hooting and howling, making a big huge fire, falling over one another. And I'll tell you, it was really rough. We ended up walking to Frenchtown. Please, Mom, if you're watching this, just turn it off. We walked to Frenchtown, and when we didn't go into town. We walked to the end of the road that was like in the town, but it wasn't in town. It was like the last part of the country, and we laid down on the road because it was warm. It was one of those cool nights. And we laid down on the road, both of us, just laying there in the middle of the road. Well, this was back before there was much traffic, like today, if you laid on the road, within 5 minutes somebody would run your ass over. But we laid there and we fell asleep. And I don't know how long we laid there, but we laid there a long time. I know we did because we had fallen asleep. And then, of course, for some reason, one of us woke up, jarred the other one, and we had to walk all the way back. And we had, I don't know, I guess I had it or he had it. We had fishing line. So we strung fishing line. We're drunk. We're stupid, We strung this fishing line back and forth across the roadway. And back then we had things called station wagons. Most of you young guys don't know what a station wagon is. And I'm not condoning drinking, believe me. They were fond memories, but I still, up until today, I'm pretty much hidden these stories. So we've strung this like 20-pound test fishing line. It was blue, Stren. I remember we gotten it from a company called Lane Co. They're
Now
out of
it's
business.
Walmart.
Now it's a Walmart. You're right. And so this car comes down the road, and we're like stumbling off the road to get away from the car because we know that they're going to hit this fishing line. Well, we hear this twang, 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 twang as the antenna hits this string, and oh my God, we're like, brakes go on, and we're hiding in the bushes. We're in the stickers all cut up because we didn't really feel it because we were pretty messed up. But we laid in the bushes, and I don't know, the guy yelled or whatever, but that was it. So we get back, and the plan was to stay up the entire night. We're gonna stay up the whole night. Of course, we kind of cheated because we had fallen asleep in the middle of the road. If one of the Frenchtown cop didn't catch us and take us home, we'd have been in big ass trouble. Big trouble. Like, we'd have been dead. I wouldn't be here today. My dad saw this. Oh my God, I'd be dead. So anyway, we finally managed to get all the way back to the campsite, and there's about this much left in the quart jar of concoction. And, well, what the hell are we going to do with it? I ain't drinking anymore. I'm about ready to die, So he throws it in the fire, and it burned this brilliant blue flame. I'll never forget it as long as I live. Just right up like a dust devil. Right up, It was crazy.
And it's blue?
Blue. Just as blue as could be. Yeah, fond memories. The next morning, I had to be to the barn to milk cows. Like a zombie, opening the door. Everything. I kind of had a feeling my dad knew. He had to know.
Parents know.
Parents know. I mean, I was so...
Did you get in trouble?
No, but I had to do a lot of work that day. Work I didn't want to do.
I bet you he knows and he made you work more.
He's waited about 30 years to hear this.
Uh-oh.
Like, oh, the bastard's finally confessing. Oh, no, I mean, yeah. I got a lot of stories, silly stories. Like the time that we went to a wedding. Ruth Whitrian's wedding. I was a freshman in high school. She was pregnant, by the way. She had just graduated high school. And she got pregnant. She was a friend of my sister Wendy's. And I probably shouldn't say this on YouTube, but I'm going to do it anyway because I really don't care. But Ruth Whitrian's wedding. And we were supposed to give Ruth and her new husband Steve money, but it was a cash bar. Me and my sister Holly were at this wedding. Wendy was there too. She was part of the wedding party though, and it was a cash bar. And we're like, we ain't got no cash. Hey Holly, go get the envelope. We stole the envelope with the money in it. Isn't that terrible? So I think there was $60 in there. So we stole the envelope with the money in it. And I had this guy that was sitting at our table. I'm 15 years old. And this guy's going up and getting Seagram 7 and 7. 7 up and Seagram 7.
Right.
7 and 7. 7 and 7. I learned so much that night sitting at that table talking to those two guys. It was freaking hilarious. I mean, we were making little matchbook rockets out of bubblegum wrappers and matches.
What?
You never seen that?
No.
You got a book of matches in there?
We have matches right there.
Get a book of matches and get matches and an aluminum foil, and I'll show you how to make a rocket.
A rocket?
A rocket. I'll even do it on the iPhone.
A rocket?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want matches and aluminum foil?
Just give me a piece of aluminum foil and I'll show you. A stick match will probably work. Now, again...
How's this look?
Yeah, it'll work. Please, don't try this at home, folks.
Well, they can't see it. Hold on. Let me focus it a
You're
little.
gonna focus it out like that.
Like a little lower.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to date Asians.
Shut up.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. They'll drive you insane as you're emptying your pockets.
Shut up.
What? That's what they do. Isn't that right?
No.
So anyways, you take the match.
Okay.
Take 2 matches to do this trick. And
Why
this
is it 2?
Because you take this guy here, and I'm sure some of the older guys that are watching this know this trick. Younger guys, probably not. Okay. So what you do, I don't need really all that much on there. It may not work because this is a wooden match. I usually did it with a stick out of a book. Alright, so you take this guy here. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is a thing of water. We'll do it that way. So then here's the other match. And take this one, you get her lit and make sure she's hot. And you heat the aluminum. And you a little match.
That's cool.
You never saw that before?
No.
Now you'll burn barns down doing these tricks. You do that.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Why, you want me to do another one? So anyway, so we learned those things.
Actually, do one more time, but I want the one when it's like, you know.
Oh, you
like
want to watch it launch?
Yeah, well, that's the fun. It launch on the other side. You didn't see
for
it.
all these people that look at OLF as a role model, I'm a bad role model. Mom, are you still watching? She probably knows about this trick. Yeah, that's one thing. Never underestimate your parents. They've done things, you know. I'm serious, you know. I think of myself when I was a kid. I was like, oh, my mom and dad never did anything, you know. I kind of got a feeling that that's not quite the case. Because I'm sure my kids probably think the same thing. But they'll know now. Okay, so you got your little rocket stick.
Right, I got that part.
Oop, and you don't want to drop it in the water because it will not work. Oh, here. Light the match. Make sure she's burning good. Oh! Set the house on fire. It's hard on the finish. And then. Come on, baby. Whoa!
That went flying!
That one, didn't it? Ah, that one blew apart. So, yeah. So, I learned that stuff when I was at this wedding, and that was a lot of fun. How many minutes do I have on there? Probably 10, no?
12:09.
Oh, 12 minutes and 9 seconds of me being a fool. Anyway, what else did I learn? I learned all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, make finger rockets. You know the finger rocket.
No.
Oh my goodness, where have you lived all your life? In Iraq?
Shut up.
Philippines? Oh shoot. Yeah, this is easy. And this can all be done with gum wrappers. Gum wrappers.
Really?
Hey.
Does it have to be foiled then?
Gum wrappers. Let's just do that.
Oh, that!
Yeah.
Oh, you call that finger rocket?
Yeah, finger rocket.
Okay.
Well, I didn't do it right the first time, but you gotta cup it just right, and then boom. There you go.
Yeah, well, we do that in high school, but I just don't know the name of it in English. Finger rocket.
Well, you probably called it some Taginglish name.
Yeah.
Like Tagalog, like Kantutan maybe?
No, don't say that. Hey, you gotta edit this word. No. That's a bad word.
There's some other bad words that I could say.
Like what?
I don't know.
Don't say it.
I know. I'm
Don't
just
say
giving
it.
me a look of death.
Don't say
She
it.
teaches me all the bad stuff.
That's not true.
It is true.
He's
totally
looking
true.
at all. He had Rosetta Stone. That's what happened.
Rosetta Stone does not teach you those words. If Rosetta Stone taught you those words, wow. Anyway, I guess that's enough of my drinking stories. So, sorry, Mom. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe if you like these videos.